There's a man history calls the wisest who ever lived. But wisdom didn't crown him, pain did. Before he was a king, before he was a legend, Solomon was just a man torn between desire and destiny. People quote his proverbs, but few understand his fire. Because behind every verse of wisdom was a scar. Behind every calm word, a battle no one saw. So if you've ever lost focus, if you've ever chased the wrong things, this is your story too. Because Solomon's life isn't about perfection, it's about what you become after you fail. Solomon was given one chance, one divine wish. He didn't ask for riches, victory, or revenge. He asked for wisdom, not to look smart, but to lead well. And that's the first secret. Greatness starts when you stop asking for what benefits you and start asking for what builds others. He ruled a kingdom, yes, but more importantly, he learned to rule himself. And that's the throne most people never reach, self-mastery. Wisdom isn't soft, it's forged by fire. It's knowing what you could do and choosing what you should do. Under Solomon, gold flowed like dust, but every palace carries shadows. He built everything, temples, cities, legends. Yet somewhere inside, the noise grew louder than the voice of purpose. He had wealth that could buy anything except peace. And that's the second secret. If you lose your purpose chasing pleasure, even a crown feels like a cage. He realized wisdom isn't proven in comfort, it's proven in control. The power to say no when the world tempts you to say yes. Solomon started listening to the world more than to his soul. He thought he could balance everything, but distraction is patient. Slowly, the king who built everything began to crumble inside. He forgot that the same hands that build a kingdom can also bury it. That's where many of us are right now. We've built careers, reputations, routines, but somewhere along the line we lost the why. Solomon's mistake wasn't weakness, it was forgetting the source of his strength. And so God didn't destroy him, he humbled him. Because humility is how wisdom is reborn. When everything faded, Solomon looked back and wrote words that outlived empires. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Those weren't words of despair, they were revelation. He realized nothing matters if it disconnects you from meaning. So he stopped chasing more and started cherishing enough. He found peace not in what he owned, but in who he became. And that's the third secret. True wisdom isn't about knowing everything. It's about realizing what truly matters. He ended where he began, at the feet of God, asking for direction, not domination. That's when his heart finally rested. You don't need a crown to live like a king. You need clarity. Solomon's story isn't ancient history, it's a mirror. You have kingdoms too, your dreams, your relationships, your peace. And every day you rule them with choices. Will you chase what fades or protect what fulfills? Will you feed your pride or your purpose? Will you let distraction dethrone you or discipline define you? The world doesn't need another loud voice. It needs a wise one. One that leads with calm, not chaos. One that remembers wisdom without humility destroys. Humility with wisdom builds forever. So take this lesson from Solomon. Don't pray for easier days. Pray for greater discernment. Don't ask for success alone. Ask for understanding to handle it. Because power without wisdom burns you faster than failure ever could. Maybe you don't have a kingdom. Maybe you don't have wealth. But you have your mind. And that's where kingdoms are born. So rule it well. Rule your thoughts with discipline. Rule your emotions with patience. Rule your desires with vision. Because in a world obsessed with being seen, Solomon teaches us the ultimate power, being still. The wise don't shout, they build. The wise don't rush, they last. And the day you choose wisdom over noise, purpose over pleasure, humility over ego, that's the day you stop existing like everyone else and start reigning like Solomon. This is Lifted Voices, reminding you, the crown isn't given to the loud, it's given to the wise. If this spoke to you, share it. Comment, "I choose wisdom," and let your fire guide others.